Hey YouTube, I wanted to share some videos on YouTube. My wife and I have been pretty lucky. We get to travel a lot, and in the process we try to see historical things and we try to see scenic places, and sometimes we get lucky and we can combine those two things in the same venue. Last September 2016, we went back to Scotland and took some videos that I think a lot of people might like. If you saw the movie Braveheart, it was Mel Gibson's movie from some years ago, and it was pretty good. It was entertaining. A lot of people liked it, including us. We've seen it many times. But the video that they made was wildly inaccurate, and I won't go into great detail on that. There's other places where you can find out about those outtakes and whatnot. But we went to Edinburgh and made it a point to drive up slightly north and mostly west, and went to Stirling. And Wallace fought two battles in that movie, the movie Braveheart. One was at Falkirk, and one was at Stirling Bridge. You didn't see a bridge in the movie, but maybe they couldn't find one. In any case, the Scots won there, and in Falkirk they lost. That's where Mel Gibson took an arrow in the chest and so forth. I'm sitting out on a patio here. Looks like we're going to try to get some rain. Anyway, I was going to show you what the battlefield looks like today. Some of these medieval battlefields, from centuries and centuries ago, they really don't even know where the battle was fought, and that is the case in Falkirk. They know generally where it was or where it might have been, but not exactly. So as far as Stirling, Battle of Stirling Bridge, they know exactly where it was because it's right in front of Stirling Castle. So I'm going to show you a video of what the battlefield looks like now, and get out of the patio here before it rains all over me. In any case, I'm going to show you this Stirling, Scotland, as of September 2016. So let me turn this off, and I'll hook up the videos and let you see it, see what you think. And we've been in a lot of other places too, so depending on what kind of turnout we get, what kind of comments we get and such, maybe we'll post those as well. You'll like it. Okay. Okay, this is a view of the outer wall of the castle. And right across the distance there, I don't know if this is going to come out real well in the video. It's a little gray and cloudy today, but right over there, there's a big obelisk of a thing. It's a monument to William Wallace. That's his. That's a place where they keep his sword. They actually have it after 800 years. In Stirling Castle, this battle was shown in the movie Braveheart, the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Although Mel Gibson, when he made his movie, didn't seem to be able to find a bridge. But what happened was that mountain right there, the English troops here in the castle could see the Scots marshalling their forces right over there on the other side of that hill. And if you can see right, if I can point it out, right there, and meandering all around through there is a little river, and it's a tidal river. So when the tide comes in, I guess it's from the North Sea, I'm not sure, but wherever it is, the tide comes in, and it overflowed its banks, and all out in there, back in the 1300s, and those houses weren't there. And there's a soccer field right down there too, wasn't there? But this river would overflow its banks and make everything kind of muddy, marshy out there. Now in the Braveheart movie, it showed Wallace and all the Scots out there in the middle of the battlefield throwing oil all over the place. That wasn't how it happened. So what happened was, the Englishmen saw all the Scots right over there, and they came out of the castle and they started to go across the bridge that was down that direction there somewhere at the time. Not sure, can't see where that river goes, but it was off over there somewhere. and maybe even right down here somewhere. Anyway, as they went across the bridge collapsed. Now, history hasn't recorded whether or not Wallace had fixed the bridge or was responsible for it in any way. It could be just the weight of the horses, because once you get armored knights on them and armor on the horses and everything, it makes them pretty heavy. So the bridge collapsed, and it caught half of the Englishmen right in here, in just below the castle, and the other half out there on the other side of the river. So they split their forces, and caused quite a disaster, because the Scots just chopped them all into little bits. Now, after they'd done that, the Englishmen started off this direction here to the right, and the Scots chased them down and chopped them all to pieces. And so that was the Battle of Stirling Bridge. The next time that they met was in Falkirk, and it was we passed Falkirk on the way up here to Stirling. And Edward I, like we've said in other videos, stayed at Dalhousie Castle when he was on his way to Falkirk, and that's where Wallace, it showed Mel Gibson got an arrow in his chest, and they lost badly. So that's kind of what happened, at least here in Stirling. And there's been a lot of very famous people that stayed here in this particular castle. We're going to go around and take a tour.